Hey guys, I am back. We're going to do part 2 of the animal behavior notes. Okay, so we're going to talk about animals in their environment and how they behave in their environment. So here we go. Our learning targets, we're going to explain how environmental changes affect animal behavior. We're going to look at social behaviors and ways that animals can communicate. Behavioral cycles happen in all types of animals. So it's how do animals respond to daily or seasonal changes to their environment. So when I think circadian rhythm, I think people, or I should say many animals, are awake during the day and sleeping at night. That would be an example of a circadian rhythm. Hibernation in winter for some animals would also be a circadian rhythm, and migration. So here's a picture of a couple animals migrating and hibernating. This guy was so cute. Okay, social behaviors involve more than one animal. It could be the same species, it could be a different species. So when I think social, just think of others, okay, involving others. So this has to do with mating, defending territories, claiming their territories, forming social groups. Sometimes animals form social groups to be able to hunt together. So that would be another example, or to protect their group, like the meerkats. Okay, social behaviors, some examples are courtship. Okay, courtship is kind of a huge one, and that just means showing when they're willing to mate with the opposite sex and choosing which individual to mate with. So usually, an animal might have a mating. It could be a dance. It could be a display like the peacock. This guy makes noise. This guy also makes noise. So this is a frog. So there's lots of different ways for an animal to advertise that they want to mate. The female usually is the one who chooses their mate, and they're going to usually choose the mate that is the strongest or has the best display, like the peacock. And the reason they do that is because they want their offspring to have the greatest chance of survival, so they want to pick the strongest mate. It could be sounds like birds singing, visual displays like this. I showed you guys in the last PowerPoint the blue-footed booby does a dance. There's lots of different types of courtship behaviors. Social behaviors, territoriality and aggression. So defending their territory, and the territory could have mates. It could have food, other resources, nesting sites. So when an animal is territorial, they could show that aggression by defending that. This is an aggressive behavior from a hippo. The loons are fighting over their territory. I love this little guy. I just think he's funny. But was it also an aggressive behavior? So, social behaviors, some animal societies is where different animals cooperate with each other. Examples would be the zebras, ants, hyenas, flamingos. There's a lot of different reasons that an animal group might want to stay together. And for zebras, it's to help guard their young, to stay safe from predators. When there's all of those black and white stripes, it can be confusing for predators. So staying together makes the most sense. For the ants, they actually each have their own job. There's different types of ants, and they each have their own job. So kind of division of labor helps their society. Hyenas, they help each other with hunting, basically, okay, and protection as well. So communication. There's a lot of different signals that are used to communicate. It could be visual, like a white-tailed deer, when they sense danger, they flip their tail up, and that's a signal to the other deer in the area that there's danger. It could be chemical, like urinating on a territory. It could be sound, howling, birds singing, and the most complex type of communication is language. So that would be speaking to each other. So for review, we have you guys go through these. You're going to name 2 ways that animal behavior is related to environmental cycles. So remember, those were circadian rhythms. What types of behaviors are involved in circadian rhythms. Name 3 types of social behavior and examples of each, and then what are the ways that animals can communicate, and give an example of each. Alright, that was a short one. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.